Hi Pisces, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. Today I'm going to ask my spirit guides what's next in love, what's coming towards you, any evidence of a relationship with somebody and their intentions, whatever it is spirit wants to share with us today. They are general love readings, so let's take with us what connects to you individually and leave the rest for everybody else. Let's see what spirit has for my Pisces. Spirit, I ask you for loving messages. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear today? I am listening for you now. I have wishes coming true. Yeah, wave your magic wand. I believe in fairy tales. I mean, I do believe in fairy tale love. I do believe that everybody gets a chance at falling in love. Kind of a, is this real? Daydreamy. I don't remember ever feeling this way kind of love. I think everybody should experience that. I have a perfect match, completing each other. I like the donuts. That's sweet. Okay. But maybe we just feel like we're meant to be together, and it's shocking. You know, sometimes you go, how can we have so much in common, or we be like the same things? That's important. I have a sour patch, hot and cold, mixed feelings, turned on and off. So getting through maybe a difficult times. I feel like this is more of a early in the beginning. It's not so much how we end up, but it could be just the early days of conversations where we have some miscommunication, or we're not just vibing with each other because we don't know each other enough. So it could be a little bit of a, I'm going to say a slow start. I'm going to say a slow start. Maybe it leads to this fairy tale love, but I am going to say kind of a little bit of a rocky road, knowing that you have lots of options. Maybe somebody is keeping their options open, and that's upsetting for a while because they say, well, I'm not ready to define things, or I don't want to, not ready to commit to being exclusive just yet. I want to see. So we could go through some of that, until somebody falls in love. Spirit just said, great. Making amends. Okay. A little bit of, I'm sorry, I've been pushing you away. I'm sorry, I delayed things. I'm sorry you haven't heard from me. So I think we could have some, I don't know, just a little bit of a rough patch in the beginning. Not every relationship starts off with a blast and just keeps going. Some relationships, the hardest part's getting it going, communicating, messages, news, feelings. I feel like once we start to really express ourselves with what it is that we want, I do feel like things calm down, and then we both have this understanding about, what it is that we're both looking for. So then it starts to feel more real to us. But yeah, a little bit of a slow start, false start, something like that. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Four of Pentacles. I have Strength. And I have a Six of Cups. So there's the give me time, I'm holding back, getting the courage to either be in a relationship. And then this is kind of eye-opening to me. It's a feeling of you're different. Yeah, of course, there's always options. We all know that. You could be married and know that there's still options out there. You can get a divorce and be with somebody else. This is a feeling of, but there's something about you. There's something in this connection that feels right. My inner child is saying, I recognize you, or I feel like I've known you forever, or we're a perfect match. So there's a sense of, yeah, there's options out there, but maybe you're special and you stand out. I have a Tower. I have a star. I have an Empress. And I have a 10 of Wands. I feel like I started over for sure. And I'm not ready to jump into anything. And that's probably what's holding them back. They probably are just saying, I came out of something that was very difficult, whether it's a divorce or a long-term relationship or very toxic connection. So I do feel that. I feel, I'm going to share kind of this, not a pity party, but a story of woe. I would say that. And then I have this beautiful, but you're everything I have been looking for. I would say that. I feel there's something about you that I guess they're not going to be able to say no to this. There's this beautiful star. Your energy is beautiful. They're seeing things more clearly right now. So even though it starts out slow with possibly them saying, been there, done that. I don't know if I'm ready to jump right in again. I don't know whether I want to be in a relationship again. I promised myself I was just going to kind of cool it on relationships. But then the right one comes along and they change their mind and they realize that they have feelings for you. Page of Cups at the bottom of my deck, Page of Wands. And maybe they say to themselves, you know what, I'd be a fool to let you go. So I do feel that as well. I feel that maybe the timing wasn't what they thought it was going to be. They maybe thought they would just put this area of their life on hold, but God has different plans. I wasn't expecting to fall in love. Maybe I thought I'd date somebody, but I wasn't really expecting to fall for somebody, or that somebody that I really dreamed about or hoped for would come my way. So I feel a little bit more like that. So if they're pushing you away in the beginning, it's more about this than you. I have a fake profile. Okay, be careful for those of you that are on online dating. There is a lot of fakes out there that lie about separations and divorces, and they're just looking for an affair and they're just looking for hookups. Ask a lot of questions, meet them in a public place, make sure that they're real. Inner work, healing yourself, you'll attract what you choose. You've grown, you are in a better place. So you maybe you can identify this or you steer clear of it. Some of you don't have anything to do with social media. Graduating. I'm at the next stage of my life. I have healed, I've grown, I've gotten the diploma, I have a doctorate degree in relationships at this point. There you go. I've been abandoned. Yeah, I feel like you've learned every lesson. And, hey, if it helps you to understand what's real and what's not, then you are in a better place. I know my worth, and that's all that matters. And you know what you are capable of attracting. So you do want the person who wants to be in it, but they started this relationship with, even if it starts out slow, it turns into this fairy tale, and it could be the best thing that's ever happened to you. But your first impression, the first couple of conversations, even the first couple dates might not be what you think it's going to be. It might be, what am I doing? Am I wasting my time? And then this person starts to change, you start to change, you both start to get comfortable with each other. And then all of a sudden you realize you really do enjoy each other. So I think it's going to take a little bit of work. Let's get some clues. I have somebody is slim. I have the letter J. I have somebody is bald, losing their hair. I feel like I want to say I'm bald and I'm proud, like it's kind of their signature. Everybody knows it. I'm supportive. Good. I have the letter Z, N, X, W. I love your eyes. I feel like I have dark like piercing bedroom eyes. And there's a part of me that can't stop looking into your eyes. And that could be the first thing you notice, is just the way that our eyes look at each other. I have, you make me laugh, you're witty, you're fun, you got a great sense of humor. Not necessarily a joke teller, but it could be their sarcasm or, you know, just little things that they say. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody who memorizes jokes. You know, I have an A. I have intellectual, very smart. I have athletic. I like, this felt more like, not necessarily like team sports, but working out an individual, like somebody who maybe is a runner or goes to the gym, or they do something that would be individualized, like yoga, or they take karate lessons, or, you know, it feels like something you would do as an individual. You don't need to have a group of people. You don't have to have, it's like you set your own goals, like a runner, you know, like you set your own goals, you do your own thing. I have a hair. I love your hair. Okay. I feel like I have dark hair and dark eyes. I'm getting an impression, very dark hair, but very stunning, gorgeous. I have a Q and I have a D. Okay. So let's see what else they want to share with me today. Spirit, please let me know what you have for us. Tell me about, I wasn't expecting this, but again, I feel like it's the best thing that's happened for both of us in forever. I have a 4 of Swords. I'm going to just go with, I put this area of my life on hold. I have a Tower after whatever happened. That makes sense. And, you know, I had to kind of pick the pieces up again. I have an 8 of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Swords. And I have a Knight of Wands. This came into me as almost, I've done a lot of work on either myself or my life, you know, and then it was almost, I've made a decision to be in a relationship again. You know, it's like I made a conscious decision that I'm either going to look, I'm going to try, I'm going to meet people, and then you come along. So there is a little bit of that going on as well. Again, I wasn't expecting to find something that I would be so attracted to or so excited about. So I'm going to say a pleasant surprise. Okay. But it's going to take work in the beginning. There's a sense of, I don't think this person pushes you away as much as you feel like you're just not hitting it off with them. And just before you decide to bail, I feel like it turns around. Like there's this sense of, I almost gave up on you because I just didn't think it was going anywhere. And then all of a sudden it just gets better for some reason. So hang in there. Okay. Give it a few dates for sure, and a little bit of time. I have handle with care, protect your heart, magic in the details, dedicate your efforts to building wealth. Okay, beauty, create attention. But I like this feeling of planting, right? I mean, this is gardening gloves, planting seeds, watching it grow. I've got to water it. It's not going to happen on its own. Somebody's got to plant the seeds. So it's a little bit of kind of watching it grow and seeing what happens. I have threads of fate. Love's tapestry is complex. Prosperity is your destiny. You weave your own future, intertwined, and it's meant to be. So when you sew something together, they're saying seamless. Okay, kind of a seamless energy. Maybe once we get going, it just starts to flow. You know, for those of you that can sew and you watch somebody who really knows how to sew and they make that cloth go, zzz, you know, like, and it's so, they don't have to stop, you know, and you're like shocked at how long they can, you know, go for. So people who really know how to sew, it just kind of moves along. So it's seamless. There's a sense of seamless. And then I have ancient roots. Love endures through time, wealth through grounded efforts. Commit, network, and expand. How about we we just grow together, right? This tree is going to grow no matter what. And I feel like for years ahead is how they just said it. It was a sense of once we get this off the ground, we have years together, years and years. So, are we going to grow old together? Are we going to, just live our lives and take care of each other and be there for each other? I would say so. Spirit, timing, anything about timing in this connection? What is it that you want me to hear? I have the night after tomorrow. So are you going to meet this person this week? Maybe we have a date within a couple of days on a windy day. Okay. On a rainy day, windy, rainy day. All right. And then the sun comes out. So we meet them on a kind of not so nice day. Maybe we'll remember that. It's a magical time. It's a time. They had said right in the beginning, it's a fairy tale energy. And I like to believe in magic. I like to believe in a magical time. Okay. That the time spent together feels beautiful. It seems seamless. We feel like we have years ahead of us. To appreciate this, to love each other, to be there for each other. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you need me to know? I can't wait to show you off. I'm proud to be with you. I want to walk into the sunset with you. Yeah, there's a sense of years together. I don't know how to express my love, so I keep it inside. A little bit of I had to get you to open up in the beginning, didn't I? I'm scared of this connection. I think everybody is. When something good happens, their first thing is someone going to take this away? And not necessarily. I'm not going anywhere. How about if this is the love that's going to stay? Let's put this out to the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. They're saying me and you and me forever. So we want to hold on to that as well. I like that. Let's thank Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And I appreciate all the messages. I appreciate you. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, 12:12 on the clock when I'm ending this reading, just as a little angel message there. Thank you for your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, Kathy Mamolen, psychicmedium.com, and visit my other 2 YouTube channels. I'll put those links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Pisces. We'll see you again real soon.